States in Nigeria are imposing measures of some sorts to contain the spread of the coronavirus, including imposing lockdowns. So what does it mean to be a good Samaritan at this time? To answer the question, we know that Nigeria's major cities have been on lockdown for a week now, yet some groups braved the restrictions to reach out with essential items to the needy in the Makoko community here in Lagos. Serah Ayeku reports.
The first case of the novel coronavirus was reported in the Chinese province of Wuhan in December 2019, but it took only weeks to become humanity's biggest common enemy in decades. Several developing countries are fighting hard to prevent it from spreading beyond urban centers to slums, where hunger is already widespread. Already, deaths from the virus are nearly 60,000, while infections around the world have passed 1 million. Across Nigeria, 95.9 million people live in extreme poverty. That is people living below the poverty line of $2 per day. This, however, represents 48% of the Nigerian population, according to the World Poverty Clock as of 3rd of March 2020. Nairametrics reports that the poor individuals are living in 43,258 communities in 421 local government areas across Nigeria. Makoko in Lagos is one of these communities, housing some of the most vulnerable in the country. Fumilayo is in her 60s and has lived in Makoko for over 30 years. Fending for her family has not been easy, as she forms part of the 60% of persons in the informal sector in Lagos surviving on their day-to-day earnings.
We are managing the little we have. I have no helper except God. God helps. Sometimes my children help me too. I am struggling to survive.
On the streets, the struggle for what to eat is real. A non-profit organization joins other well-meaning Nigerians to provide for these vulnerable persons to cushion the impact of the stay-at-home order.
It's a great relief. It's a great, at least for someone that doesn't have a big family, this can relieve it for a day or two. It's something, and we really appreciate it.
There's a particular virus that kills faster than the coronavirus. That's hunger. Then we have come here to give succor, to support people in our own little way.
We just said we should just do something to help them, the poor, to give to them some items so that they can have that to sustain themselves.
Most people live in one-room apartments shared by at least 5 occupants, making it difficult for individuals to observe social distancing during the lockdown. At the National Stadium, another fraction of the vulnerable are hungry and waiting for help.
We have been here for the past 2 weeks. There's nothing for us to eat, no water, even to bath safe. Awala.
Help comes from another organization, but the underlying factor of how to survive the lockdown without a daily earning is still evident.
We want Nigeria to help us bring food more, and giving us some small money so that we will buy some like pepper, onions, tomatoes, and we need so many things, not even all this rice and the water. We need money to buy cuisine.
The food no life. I know some people inside, I know if you can come outside safe. This one will collect now, we eat them together. Only I don't like the way all these able people do. They can't rush the food they bring for disabled people. It's no good now.
They are made vulnerable by the society. So with the way the food is being distributed, it's not a good idea. They didn't go the right way. Though the idea is very commendable, but the manner at which it's being carried out, it's not, a lot of people won't get it.
Although the federal and state governments have come up with initiatives to help the vulnerable, these vulnerable persons say they are yet to get all that the government has promised them days into the lockdown. Serah Ayeku, TVC News, Lagos.